How? How have we managed to draw that game? Seriously, how? Because I don't understand. I can't for the life of me explain what just happened. Because what I just watched, Chelsea versus Leeds, is basically a game of two halves. 2-2? This game should have ended 3-0. It should have ended 3-0. Leeds didn't have a sniff for 60 minutes in this game. We were absolutely balling, pinging the ball around, just moving the ball, beating their press, beating their high line. Very, very fluid football from Chelsea. I'm even thinking my match reaction is going to be sweet today. I'm going to talk about Andre Santos. I'm going to talk about Cole Palmer, how he was bossing the midfield. I'm going to talk about how João Pedro has just his life has been turned around since this manager came in charge. Yeah, I'm talking about a 2-2. 2-2? No. I'm so hungry because, and why I'm angry is because, first off, Leeds beat us first leg away when we played them in their stadium. They beat us, 3-1 or something like that, or 3-0. They absolutely just beat us. So this had been touted as the revenge game. I don't see this as the revenge. We should be disposing of Leeds. They're poor. Arsenal just beat them 4-0. Beat them 4-0. Remember, 4-0. Beat them 4-0 at the same ground that we failed at. And now we're coming and we're drawing them 2-2. It's not... Let's get into the game. First, I'm gonna give a shout out to the manager. Manager set up the team tactically well. How he's using Enzo Fernandez, Andre Santos, Caicedo, and Kopama in the same team, I do not know. For the life of me, if you ask me what the formation is, I cannot tell you. But somehow, he's making it work. As much as I would love to say I don't see his imprint on this game yet, I could see how he tactically set up in order for us to be able to beat a low block team such as Leeds. They were playing a back five. Somehow, with the movement of João Pedro, Kopama basically moving around, roaming around, it made it difficult for the Leeds defenders to keep a track of João Pedro and Kopama, and they caused a lot of damage just moving around. Andre Santos was beautiful. Line-breaking passes, one touch, beating the press. Absolutely brilliant in this game. So the coach, I have no problem with the coach. The coach did exactly what he should do. And honestly speaking, if we had won that game, I was going to say, you know what? I'm slightly believing in this man's tactic. I enjoy his football playing much more than I enjoy under Maresca. I'm not going to lie. Because especially when we hit low block teams, at least we scored 2 goals. We barely are able to score goals if we are playing a low block team. Matter of fact, we should be worried that they're going to hit us on a counter and they end up going to beat us. But this man has done his job. He did exactly what people have been asking for. So you can't even blame him. Brought in, rotated, I think, about 2 players. Pedro Neto coming out for Estavio. Estavio still looks a bit off, but I'm hoping that with consistent game time, he will get better. Bringing in Achimpong. Achimpong, everybody has been shouting, where are you going to use Achimpong? Are you going to use him as a right back, centre back? He tells him, I see Achimpong as a centre back, but I like to play him on the right as a right back, so that way he can gain more experience and also see defense from a different point of view. And honestly speaking, shout out to him, because Achimpong, he was a little bit rusty. You can tell that the inexperience kicked in a bit, because the early yellow card that he got was one of the reasons why you can see that even on the clumsy goal, second goal that he gave away, he will have fouled the guy, but he's like, nah, I'm on a yellow card. I can't do anything more, because if I do anything more, that's a direct red card. And also, I'm also in the penalty box. So what we asked of him is what he delivered. I'm talking about the coach here. So I have no qualms with him. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. On the other hand, I'm going to actually go after players here, because the players' 2 defensive comical errors are literally what led to the collapse of this game. Because the first challenge, reckless challenge by Caicedo, was what gave away the penalty. But if I use this land of VAR that we are in, when they showed the replay, they showed that this, whoever the player is, I can't remember, Caicedo hardly got a touch on him. He was just diving for full effect to really get the penalty. And if VAR had actually looked at that, I felt like they could have overturned it. But honestly speaking, that was a bit of 50-50. But okay, we considered 2-1. Not a bad idea. 60 minutes, we're dominating 2-0. Now we consider 1 goal. Okay, that's okay. Let's maintain the game, and then we'll go ahead and score 3-1 or make it 4-1. But I don't even understand how that goal happened. And you can see a little, like, that's like when you talk about, like, you constantly going to go and buy young players. This is where inexperience comes in. Because honestly speaking, Achampong has actually left Sanchez have that ball. It will have easy. It's a bit easy cleanup for Sanchez. But Achampong thought that Sanchez was not going to get there. He hit the ball, and now Sanchez is diving to a place that the ball is no longer there. It was just a comical goal. I'm like, wait, is that really a goal? I was questioning, wait, that's a goal? But yeah, it was a goal. And 2-2. Leeds, I would say they deserved it, to be honest. But they played the game. That's why you always stay in the game. You never turn off. You're always alert, and you have to play what's in front of you. And honestly speaking, I'm so gutted by this draw because we didn't deserve a draw. The way Chelsea played today, we should have been 4-0 up, 6-0 up. That second goal, the lead up to the goal, where's VAR when they are looking at VAR and zooming in and playing back? They did not see the handball in that second goal, right? They did not see the handball. Because there's no clear and obvious area. You cannot see the guy's hand moving to move the ball using his hand, not his elbow, his hand. But it's okay. We're not going to dwell on it too much. We move on because, to be honest, like I said, at the end of the day, that ball should have been cleared out. I don't know what Achepok did, but you're not stabbing that back into the box. That kind of thing, you throw it out. Whatever you have to do, take it out for safety. I don't know what he was trying to do. But honestly speaking, I'm not going to dwell on the kid. He's a young lad. And hey, it is what it is. This is one of the, when you talk about gaining experiences, this is how you gain experience. You learn from things like this. So I hope he learns from this and does better. As it relates to our top 4 chances, it does hurt us a little bit because we should be drawing closer to the likes of Villa because they are on a decline right now. And I think that's our opportunity, our chance to be able to get into the top 4. But honestly speaking, we should speak. And I'm not going to miss any words. Kopama, I don't know what's going on. I was saying, are you back? You can't blame injury for that. Your lack of focus for not tapping in that goal. If it was a Delap, we'll be shouting. If it's a Garnacho, we'll shout. If it was Pedro Neto, we'll be making memes of it. You gotta be bearing that. We did everything that we needed to do, and the coach did everything that he needed to do to win this game. This is all down to the players. Lack of concentration, sloppiness, and inability to be able to finish. That is what cost us this point right now, because we're counting a draw instead of a win, and it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. But hey, we go again next match against Hull City. We'll see how that match goes. But honestly speaking, I actually enjoyed the first 60 minutes of the game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I like the way the boys were moving the ball around. They feel confident. There's something different about this way that they're playing. They feel confident. They don't feel like they're being rushed to do things. They don't feel like they're stale. They have that mindset to take a risk. So my note today is I'm disappointed with the draw, but at the same time, I also see things that I should be positive about for the rest of the season. So shout out to the guys. Shout out to Leon Brasilia. He did his thing, but Kopama, you gotta be finishing that. And Achampok, do better. They make this a lesson. At least we didn't lose. And it didn't really hurt us that bad. But I want you to Achapok to take this as a lesson. And honestly speaking, this is why when they are shouting, bring experience, an experienced defender deals with that. The best thing you could have done is maybe even use your body to cover that ball rather than having to throw your leg anyhow. Cover the ball. Make sure that the guy kicks you. But anyway, that's all that I have for the game. Chelsea fans, let me know how you're feeling about this game. If you let me know what your thoughts are about the game. Do you think that are you disappointed by the draw? Honestly speaking, I at Chelsea as who we are, we shouldn't be accepting anything less than this. All right, that's it for me here, guys. I'll catch you again on the next match reaction. Peace out. Like, subscribe. You know what to do, guys. Do the needful. Peace out.